Today I thought we would do a video about basic card assembly, and I'm using the file for the inserts for the stationery box. So I have gone ahead and cut my base layers out of white. I have cut the first layer out of a green with a slight crosshatch design, and my top layer is out of a holly berry. My envelopes, I have done one in the green and I have done one in a Christmas design as well. So let's start with the cards, and I always have extra little embellishments that I have cut out to go through to decorate my cards. And so the tools I have at my ready are my advanced tape glider. I have a Zig two-way glue. I also have Elmer's Craft Bond, something new I'm trying out. I have my bone folder, and I have a couple little embellishments off to the side here that I'm going to use to further decorate these cards. So I'm going to start with the 5x7 card, and it is scored. So I'm going to fold on the score line. You fold away from the score, and I'm going to start to get that creased, and then I'm going to take my bone folder and run it right along that crease to get it nice and crisp. Then I have my layers. So I have a green matte, and then I have a printed piece to go on top. And then I'll just decorate from there. So many times what I will do when this is on the mat, if I know what greeting I'm going to put in, I will go ahead and type it up, center it on the design, and then attach it and let my Cricut cut it for me. Because this one I'll add to that box, I'm going to do the sentiments separately so that the recipient of the box can go ahead and change them out and add them as they wish. So I'm going to get some adhesive on the back of my first layer. And go ahead and get this in place. So I don't make a big deal out of it. I just go ahead and center it and then press it down. Then my top layer, I'm going to go ahead and get some adhesive on that as well. And go ahead and we'll pop that one right in there as well. And then I'm going to dress this up with a sentiment and some holly that I had previously cut. So I have a layer. Now these two pieces, and actually this, are all from Anna Griffin cartridges. And so you may have cartridges. You can always search on Design Space for free designs for tags, and that will give you some options there. I'm just going to adhere that to that. The writing I did on the Cricut, and I used a font that I had downloaded. It's in the files for potential writing fonts, and that one did a really nice job. So now I'm going to use my Zig glue pen here, and I'm going to get some adhesive on the back of this holly. And this was cut out of a kind of a I can't really call it it's a shimmer cardstock, really. It's not a glitter, it's kind of a shimmer. And I'm just gonna kind of try to decide where I want it, and I think I want it right there. Then we'll get the adhesive on the back of this sentiment. Now many times with cards of this nature, I will also go ahead and die cut the edges, run it through my die cut machine, but that gives you a basic nice looking card. You can certainly layer it up with more embellishments and add other things to it. We have a note card in this set. So same thing. I'm just going to fold it on that crease line, get in there with that bone folder and give it a nice crisp fold. Then I have my 2 layers. So I'm going to get some adhesive on the back. I got the idea of all of the assorted embellishments from watching HSN and seeing some of the ones that Anna Griffin had done. And so I went through and I was doing cards, it might have been the year before last, and I pulled up a bunch of designs that I liked. I cut them, and that's where this came from. And I assembled the layers to them and everything, and I put them all in a storage box. And then as I was doing my Christmas cards, I went back and I just used those to decorate my cards. So you can see how easy that was. That's just a little note, and put my 2 layers on top, added a quick little sentiment, and that is done. We also have a tag file, basically the same thing. This one's a little bit more challenging to get lined up straight. And on these, I do go ahead and add a ribbon afterwards, so I don't worry as much about the top if it's not exactly perfect, but that one looks pretty darn good. I had thought about on these tags to also go through and when I was cutting them, to add a to and from, so that that would be on the back side of the tag. Now you notice I didn't put adhesive up here. That is so that it allows me to line up that hole and then get the layers straight, or kind of sort of straight. And as I said, once you put a string through here, these are all going to be together anyway. So I don't worry so much about that. All right, then we have the envelopes. This is the little guy. And again, he's all scored. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold it on the score lines and burnish it down with my bone folding tool here. That tool I bought with my very first Cricut, I can't tell you how many years ago. And I have all of the tools in the little toolkit that they came in. And I still use them all today. So I'm going to go ahead and fold these in. I'm going to add some adhesive down the outside edges of that bottom flap. And then I'm going to just go ahead and fold them up and push them in place. Now I ran out of it yesterday. I used double-sided tape here so that it's adhered, and then when they go slide the card inside, they can peel it off and then stick it closed. And that is the perfect little cute envelope for those note cards. So that is that one. And then this one. Now this, if I'm mailing it, I leave the white side out and fold it. And what that does is it gives you cute on the inside. And actually, because I cut this sideways, I think I'm going to do just that. So this is the top flap. We're going to fold that in. And side flaps, again, folding those in on that score line. So we work our way around here. And one more. Okay, then again, as we did before, just going to run some adhesive down these outside edges and then fold it up, adhere it down, and that gives me my envelope for the card. So the cards are done, and the tag is done, and that is all set to go. Hope this helps.